Hi everybody, this is Bob and the gang from Multiprint. If you're watching this video and you're interested in product information on my monster tables. What is a monster table? A monster table is a purpose-built table that I make. Typically, I sell to companies in the printing business, in the wood cabinet making business, and fabricating business. A monster table is a steel-built table construction, and what I've been in the sign and graphics business for 25 years, and I quickly graduated to grand format where I started working with 10-foot wide rolls of material, 16-foot wide rolls of material, 4x8 sheets and 5x10 sheets of hard panel material. And I quickly found out that my wood shop built tables weren't handling the load. So I started making steel welded frame construction tables. So I want to go over a basic monster table. Nowadays, I make a monster table in two sizes. I make a 5 foot by 10 foot by 3 foot tall, and I make a monster table 5 foot by 10 foot by 42 inch tall. The 3 foot tall tables typically I use to line up to the beds of flatbed inkjet printers, industrial CNC sample cutting tables and routers, film laminators, and film application tables. The 2 inch tall tables typically I regard to as a pack out table. It's a little bit higher up. So your operators can do more functions on it, stripping, wrapping, packing, stuff like that. I want to go over a couple of things here. What you see here is my next generation monster table, which is what I call monster table KDF, which means knocks down flat. I found that when my tables were a solid steel welded construction, sometimes there were problems for companies that have internal fabricating rooms inside the building that they couldn't get the tables inside the room. So what I've created is my next generation monster table KDF, which stands for knocks down flat. Or more simply put, the table bolts together. So if you purchase these tables, you're going to receive them flat on pallet, and your staff is going to assemble these tables. So regarded as a knockdown flat, they need to be bolted together, plus your staff needs to bolt on the casters as well. So once again, this is a monster table, KDF, knocks down flat. I want to go over a couple of features with your monster tables. Monster table is available as a 2-shelf or as a 3-shelf. Top shelf, bottom shelf, mid shelf. This customer here has ordered a 2-shelf system, but as you'll see here, I've made provisions in your monster table KDF to have a 3rd shelf. So this customer can add a 3rd shelf at any given time by simply bolting on a new table and a new shelf. I equip all monster tables with sheets of 3/4 inch MDF, top shelf, bottom shelf, mid shelf. I want to go over in 2+ features that I've added to these tables here in regards to a question that I get asked a lot: do I supply a rehealable cutting mat? I do and I don't. I'm not sure what I'm up to. The plastic rehealable cutting mats, I found in the past that I have a tendency with a razor knife to be pretty heavy-handed, and I've found myself cutting right through the rehealable mat. So I've come up with an all dual-purpose alternative rehealable mat, which is what you see here. This is a 5 foot by 10 foot, 6 millimeter, or 1/4 inch thick sheet of black PVC, otherwise known as Sintra. So nowadays, I use Sintra as my rehealable cutting mats for a couple of reasons. I prefer to cut on a hard panel. I find that I can get years out of cutting on these mats, and once they get all chewed up for cutting on them, I simply flip them over to the opposite side and cut away for a couple more years. A couple of things, by the way, why I use black instead of white rehealable cutting mats. I've found over the years that pressure-sensitive print vinyl and banner material and or textile materials, dye sub materials, are predominantly white. So if you're not running a bleed image and you're going to trim, it can be difficult to see a trim on a white rehealable surface mat. I prefer to have black, so I've got white-black contrast on there. Makes it a lot easier for me to see what I'm doing. Another thing that I've done with these here are what I call a bridge. So I use my rehealable mat for 2 purposes: as a cutting mat and also as a bridge. So what that means is, it's common for me to take my monster tables and roll them right up to my machines. That'd be my flatbed inkjet printer, film laminator, application table, CNC sample cutting table, CNC router, and I bring these tables right up to it, and I take this PVC bridge, and I put that onto that table surface, and it makes it a lot easier for me to be able to move media in and out of the machines and around the shop. So I have a dual purpose rehealable cutting mat / bridge. And another plus feature I want to talk to you about is what I call linked table design. This is the linked table design. I want to hang these casters 12 inches in. All the tables are equipped with 4 swivel casters. Now, why would I do that? I find in my shop, because I'm grand format, that I can easily graduate off the size of one 5-foot by 10-foot table pretty quickly. So what I've done here is devise a system for your staff to be able to join the tables together. And I've provided drill holes in these, underneath these rails here for your customers to put bolts together. So I now can take 2 5x10 tables, put them together, put the bolts or put clamps on them, and turn them into a 10-foot by 10-foot work surface, linked table design, so the casters don't underhang. So you now have the ability to have a 10-foot by 10-foot rolling work surface around your shop, and those casters won't bind. But you also can do something else with this linked table design. You can turn these tables on their ends as well. So you can turn this into a 5-foot by 20-foot linked table design, and simply operators put the bolts that I provided here on this for you, and you now have a 5-foot by 20-foot rolling swivel work platform that you can roll around your shop. So that is it. That is my presentation on the monster tables. They are available, like I said, steel welded construction together, one piece ready for you to go, or you can order them as a monster table, KDF, knockdown flat, which means your staff bolts these tables together. Thanks for watching the video. My name is Bob Miller. I'm located in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's East Coast time. The phone number is 704-335-4036. Please call anytime for pricing and availability on tables. Thanks for watching the video.